Hello, it's nice to see you all again. It's Social Talks with Mrs. Beeson. Today's objectives are types of families. The types of families that we'll be looking on are nuclear family, extended family, single parent family, sibling family, and the unions are legal marriage, common law, and visiting relationships. Let's get right into it. The first family type we'll be looking on is nuclear family. Nuclear family is a married or unmarried couple living with their child or children. The child or children can be either their own or they can adopt. The nuclear family has only two generations. As you can see in the photo, you see the parents, who is one generation, and the children, who is the next generation. This type of family is usually the ideal family type, as it has both parents and their child or children. Next, we have the single parent family. Let's look back on the nuclear family, which is seen as the ideal family type. And here is where we can mark or help to define the other family types. So in a nuclear family, it is both parent. But in a single parent family, as the word suggests, it is a type which consists of mother or a father living with their child or children. Therefore, it is only one parent with their child or children. And this family type is usually formed due to several factors. It's not limited, but it includes death of one partner, separation of one partner, divorce, or desertion. Or it can be something like imprisonment of one partner, and so on. So this is important to know the factors causing the family types, because CXC might ask you to outline two factors that cause a family type, and the factors are usually the same: migration of one partner, but you have to be careful in explaining them, because a single parent family has to be formed by migration of one partner. You have to specify that one partner, because if you say migration of one parent or migration of parents, it wouldn't be a single parent family, because there's not one parent leaving behind. So you have to say death of one partner or death of one parent. Understand? Then we have the sibling family, and let us still look back on the nuclear family. In a sibling family, when compared to a nuclear family, it has no parent. As the word suggests, sibling. Therefore, it is just the children, sisters, and brothers. So in the sibling family, an older brother takes care of the younger ones in the home. This is usually formed due to several factors, such as migration of both parents. Unlike the single parent family, where it's migration of only one parent, the sibling is migration of both parents, death of both parents, imprisonment of both parents, or desertion by parents. Therefore, this older sibling would take up the role of the parent. The next family type is the extended family. This family type extends beyond a nuclear family, as it has 3 or more generations. So remember, how much generations did the nuclear family have? 2. So where there is 3 or more generations living together, we call it an extended family. It consists of more than just parents and children, and this may include grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and so on. And this may be formed for many reasons. So sometimes a relative joined a family member joined the household because they want to raise children, to support somebody who is sick, to help out with financial problems, or they're just living together as one big family. Next, we're going to be looking on the unions. As the law word suggests, common law. Did you know that the common law union is the most common unions in the Caribbean? Yes. And let's find out what it is, and you will agree with me. This is also called consensual union. So you might get a multiple choice question which states another name for common law is, and the answer is indeed consensual union. This is where a man or a woman is not married. However, they share a common relationship and sexual relationship. So they share a common residence and they have sexual relations. And they're very common in the Caribbean. And it's common to the point where partners now can acquire similar rights to a legal marriage after 5 years. A lot of times they might ask you, why is common law preferred over legal marriage, which we will be looking at as well. A legal marriage now is where a man and a woman are legally bonded, which is usually marked by a religious ceremony. And this religious ceremony, as you can see in the photo, is a wedding. They share a common residence. So please ensure that these unions, you do not leave out them sharing a common residence. So both legal marriage and common law, they share a common residence. There are several types which was discussed previously. You have monogamy, where there's only one man to one woman. We have polygamy, when you have more than one spouse. Polygyny, we have polyandry, where the female takes on more than one husband, and polygyny, where the male takes on more than one wife. And they might ask you for different types of different forms of marriage or different forms of legal marriage. It's the same thing. So they don't have to have legal before it. Marriage and legal marriage is the same thing. So don't get yourself confused if you say, oh, I see marriage and I don't see legal beside it. It's the same thing, because it's where a couple is legally bonded. The next form of marriage, where they don't share a common residence, unlike legal marriage and common law, is visiting relationships. This is where a man and a woman are not married, they don't share a common residence, but they have sexual relationship while visiting each other. So, as the word suggests, it's just simple as that. They visit each other, they have sexual relationship, they're not married, but they are together. Here are some important notes about unions. The first one is that partners in all three unions share in a sexual relationship. So you cannot leave that out. The similarity between legal marriage and common law union is that the couple share a common residence. So the only one that is different as it relates to sharing a common residence is visiting relationship, because they don't live with each other. Therefore, they have to be visiting each other. Legal marriage is marked by a religious ceremony which is called a wedding. Not all legal marriage is marked by a wedding. You can go to the Registrar General. Persons go there and just register their marriage. They just have their witness, and that's it. So you don't have to put you have to put it is usually marked by a religious ceremony. You don't have to put it is always. Alright, so the common law unions are very popular in the Caribbean and have now attracted rights similar to legal marriages. So in the past, nobody regarded common law unions as anything. In fact, they were frowned upon. But now, a lot of people prefer common law unions, which is a CSEC question, because they prefer common law union because they might not want to go through the process of divorce should they end the relationship, or they don't want to have any responsibility, have any alimony to pay, which is money that is payable to a spouse after divorce. There are several factors why people don't want to enter legal marriage, so they choose common law marriage. And now the law have attracted rights similar to legal marriage if you are in a common law union for over 5 years. So you are now entitled to things to take care, money to take care of the person that have left and so on. There are some practice questions, of course, and the first question is to read the passage and answer the question. Let me zoom it out. So the first question is, give 2 reasons why some couples may choose common law over marriage, common law unions over marriage. And I explained it basically. A lot of persons are afraid of the responsibility that comes with a legal marriage, and they prefer common law unions because it's more relaxed. They don't want to go through the process of a divorce should they end the relationship. A lot of persons do not want to pay the alimony to maintain the other spouse, and so on. Alright, so you just need to explain. And you can give your little examples and so on. But the best part is for you to explain yourself. You cannot write one word because it's 4 marks. Therefore, each of those reasons would be worth 2 marks. Read the passage and answer the questions that follow. Paul previously lived in a home with his parents and 2 sisters. His grandmother, Molly, who is 85 years old, has recently joined the family. She suffered from diabetes and high blood pressure and uses a wheelchair. The family does not want her to live in a home for the elderly, which is located approximately 6 miles away. They have discussed with grandmother Molly the changes that will be made to improve her quality of life. And this scenario is basically saying, okay, Paul lived with his parents and their 2 sisters, and then their grandmother came to live with them. So the family type have to change. So let's look on the questions. And remember, these are CSEC past paper questions. Name the family type to which Paul previously belonged. So if Paul previously lived in a home with his parents and 2 sisters. So Paul, parents and 2 sisters. Therefore, those 2 sisters would be Paul's siblings. So it is children with their parents. And the family type, let us look back. And you can use, I just remember, you can use the picture on it. It's a great graphical representation of the types of family. You see 2 parents with children. Therefore, Paul would belong to a nuclear family because this type of family has both parents and their child or children. Alright, back to the questions. Then name the family type to which Paul now belongs. So remember, it was once a nuclear family, and there is a factor that came in. His grandmother Molly joins the family. They don't want her in a home, even though it's 6 miles away or so. They let her join. So remember, nuclear family is the family that we use to mark all the other families. So when another person joins, so the grandmother joined, therefore the grandmother would make a next generation. So it is 3 generations. That's Paul's parents, Paul and his siblings, and grandmother Molly would make the next generation. Therefore, it would be extended family. Remember, it's another family member added. Nobody was taken away. None of the parents left. Therefore, it couldn't be single parent. The parents didn't leave the children alone, so it wouldn't be sibling. Therefore, the correct answer would be extended family because a next generation is added. So your answer would state Paul now belongs to an extended family. Let's now look on multiple choice questions. Lloyd lived Lloyd invited his mother to live with him, his wife, and 2 sons. The new family structure would be termed, so if Lloyd invited his mother to live with him, his wife, and 2 sons, so Lloyd would have a wife and 2 sons. That would be a nuclear family. Then his mother came to live with him, so that's a grandmother now. So the new family type would be termed, of course, extended family. The next question is, which of the following types of households in the Caribbean is most closely associated with ancestors who came from India? We have sibling, nuclear, extended, and single parent. And fun fact, the Indians are associated with extended family roots. Marriage is seen to them as not only joining a man and a woman, but joining families on a whole. So their households normally have 3 or even 4 generations. All right. And the next set of questions: in which of the following family types are cultural traditions passed from older members to children most easily? So which family types are traditions passed from older members to children most easily? From you see cultural traditions, the family type that we should be thinking of is extended family. It cannot really be nuclear because it says from older members most easily. So you have to look on the word most as it is highlighted. It cannot be sibling controlled, single parent, cannot be single parent, because in an extended family, traditions are usually passed from older generations to the younger one most easily, because you have grandparents in that family type, you might have an aunt, uncle, and so on. Which of the following is not a characteristic of an extended family? So it's saying not a characteristic of an extended family. So let's look on which of these options are characteristics of extended family. If we find those, the one that is off is the answer. Parents alone are responsible for child care. So in the extended family, are parents alone responsible for child care? No. The age are regarded as a family responsibility. Correct? Members, yes, not correct, sorry. Members are provided with a secure environment. The cultural traditions are passed down more easily. Therefore, A would be an answer, because there's not only parents in a extended family. You have other family members. So not only parents are responsible for child care. So you have the grandmother who is sometimes responsible, even older brother or sister in the extended family, uncles, and some other family members are there. All right. It's only in a single parent family or a nuclear family where parents alone are responsible for child care, because you only have parents with their child or children, or a parent with their child or children. Therefore, A is the answer for that question. The next question is, which of the following factors could change a nuclear family into a single parent family? Remember, nuclear family was the ideal family type that we looked on, and it has both parents with child or children. And we said there are several factors that cause a single parent family, a nuclear family, to turn into a single parent family. So why would there only be one parent left? So is it death of a parent is correct? Divorce of parents? Do you notice that parents have an S on it? So it is not only one parent, it is parents. So if both parents divorce, therefore it would probably turn into a sibling family. It wouldn't necessarily Is all I'm saying is if parents are divorced, it wouldn't necessarily turn into a single parent family. However, desertion by one parent. So death of a parent and desertion by one parent. So it says 1 and 3. Therefore, B would be the answer. Next question is John, Simon, and Harry are cousins who live in the same house. Which of the following terms best describe their relationship? So they would be called relatives. They are cousins, so therefore they couldn't be peers. Peer is we'll be looking on peers when we're looking on groups. However, peers are the are persons your friends who are usually in the same age group as you, who you interact with. So not not cousins. So siblings, brother or sister, therefore that couldn't be the answer. Relatives would be correct. Contemporary would mean present day. I hope you have learned something and was taking your notes. Thank you for watching and tune in tomorrow for a next day with Soshi Talks. Bye.